Growing up, my dad's main dad joke was, "Time flies like an arrow, fruit flies like a banana." And the first time I heard it, I thought it was funny, maybe a little less each time after that. He called it the only triple entendre. A double entendre is when one word has a double meaning. Triple would have three. It goes like this. Time flies in the sense that it passes, and the second sentence works in two ways. Which fruit flies like, and how fruit, if thrown, would fly like a banana. I remember that just after my dad and I had finished arguing whether he really had a triple entendre for, not the first time, he told me about spoonerisms. A spoonerism is when you switch the sounds of words to make new words. A spoonerism is not a rhyme, although spoonerisms do create rhymes. A spoonerism is not an alliteration, though they do make alliterations. And a spoonerism is neither a pun nor a malapropism. A spoonerism is kind of all of these at once, and even more than that. A spoonerism is when two or more words are shuffled to make new words, and the way you shuffle is by taking the beginnings of words and switch them amongst each other. Take the SM from smart and the F from feller, and switch to make two new words. I'm sure you'll try on your own, with sets of words you hear, to see if they say money founds. I meant makes funny sounds. I suppose here is where I should have told you, stop the video now and watch something else if you want to avoid compulsively spoonerizing. After my dad told me a few of his spoonerisms, I became obsessed with finding as many as I could, like my own triple entendre. Spoonerisms seemed magical, like a coincidence that I could find whenever I listened for it, but which was hidden from everyone else. Even today, I restate words I hear in my head to see if they make spoonerisms. Did you go to buy sugar? Buy sugar? That spoonerizes to shy booger. Have you ever played with Mexican jumping beans? Bumping jeans. I've since started thinking about what makes some spoonerisms more special than other spoonerisms, and when they're most effective. I've started to separate them into several categories. Spoonerisms can make sense in just their spelling, pronunciation, or both. We can call these auditory, visual, or auditory and visual spoonerisms. They can produce funny sounds, but without clear meaning, or they can mean something. We can call these meaningless or meaningful spoonerisms. They can occur with two words that have been pre-spoonerized, or all four words can be together. Is it customary to cuss the bride? That's an example of two words. Smart feller, fart smeller uses all four. We can call these half and full spoonerisms. They can use all the letters or sounds in the words, or they can let some of them slip. I generally like to completely ignore the spoonerisms that don't keep all the sounds because they feel incomplete. My favorite variety, which I call perfect spoonerisms, are auditory or visual, are meaningful, and use all four words. There aren't many that do this. My favorite perfect spoonerism so far? Caring parrots pairing carrots. I thought it was such an exemplary spoonerism, I had an artist friend help me turn it into a t-shirt. After I found some spoonerisms I liked that satisfied those classifications, I realized it took lots of tries to make more good ones. I ran into problems. The words can be too naughty to put on t-shirts, 3 of the words can be good but the 4th doesn't make sense, or even if a spoonerism avoids all of those problems, it can turn out to just be not that special. After I recruited some friends to make spoonerisms for me, but without further progress, I decided to make a computerized generator for spoonerisms to speed things up. A friend helped me find the dataset for helping the computer deal with pronunciations, and we started making the first few rhyming and parsing functions. I continued to make a few more functions on my own, and I finally got my computer to generate the first spoonerism, albeit at a slow, likely inefficient rate. The program allows you to input 0, 1, or 2 words from which to craft a spoonerism. I'll explain the rules and process for deciding how this works in a future video, and I'm also going to put this function into a website so that anyone can make spoonerisms if, for whatever reason, you happen to have some free time in the next few days. So before I publish my website and let people generate as many spoonerisms as they want, I want you to try finding some of your own. Try repeating words you hear in conversation, or pick a word and see if you can make a spoonerism around it. Comment your favorite down below and I'll make a collection of the best spoonerisms and put it on the website when it goes online, as well as share it in the next video. So until then, happy spoonerising.